Alright guys, welcome back to JS3 Farms on YouTube. It's been a little while. It's a little windy and cold today. What happened to summer? Wow, it's like 40 degrees. Wind's blowing. We got 3/10 of rains all, but you know, we're blessed to get anything. Today we're going to do a little maintenance on little Jimmy. Yeah, little Jimmy's going to get his oil changed. It's been about 10 months since we overhauled the engine. Not overhauled, we put a long block in it from Jasper Engines. It's got an 8.1 liter Vortec in it. It's got about 4,000 miles on that oil since we had the overhaul, and we're gonna change the oil for the first time. Let's see if she'll crank up. It's pretty cold. It used to be a U-Haul truck back in its former life. It's now had to really probably work for its life hauling hay. There we go. Just got to take a little bit of weight off. See a little bit of daylight over there, and that's it. Take off my electric cord. Take off my extra ground. Pull this pin. Pull that lever. Flip that back. And that's it. Oh yeah. Let's go fill you up full of gas right quick while you're warming up. Now sit out here and freeze. It's like, I don't know, I think it's under 40 out here right now. I'll have to check to see what it is. Wow, it's cold. I mean, it was 100 and something just the other day. It's kind of crazy. But we are getting a little bit of moisture, just a little, not much. We got 3/10 last night. It's barely sprinkling right now, so we'll take every bit we can get. We still got a little bit of growing weather right up north of I-40 here in New Mexico, north of Route 66. It froze. I got a cousin up there at Gladstone that he had alfalfa froze up there, and it's about 3 weeks early, so that's kind of crazy. But you know, 2020 is a crazy year. Yeah, I really like that little Holland hitch. It is a nice little fifth wheel hitch. Really is. I use the Teflon pads for the top. It's still, I have to grease it. I still grease the kingpin part, but the rest of it I don't. It's automatic little hitch, and it's got it set up pretty good. It's got a big old thick plate. Eventually, I'll tell you what I'm going to do here in a little while in the barn when we get out of the wind. Little Jimmy. Sometimes the hood don't want to come up too good. There it is. Little 8.1 Vortec. Let's get busy changing oil, shall we? Yeah, little Jimmy, he's a good little truck. He was cut down. He was 26 foot, I think, or 30 foot, or whatever it was. 26, I think, all the way to the end. And the friend that I bought it from cut it down, put these tail lights on it, built these little fenders, and then he put this little fifth wheel plate on it. I'm going to move this up about a foot where it needs to be. It don't need to be right over the axle. It needs to be a foot over, to put a little weight on the front axles. In the field, it needs a little bit more little bit more traction, and it's a little long in the tooth to be out there with these little old 19.5 tires out there in the field. Needs a little more, distribute the weight a little better, then ride over the axle. But and we're going to put a flatbed on it. I'm going to somehow incorporate and still leave this hitch on it somehow. But maybe this winter, I don't know. You know, with no crop, it's going to be hard to spend any money on anything. So gonna have to really watch what we spend. So I've got another regular flatbed, regular length flatbed, like a 8 foot, whatever it is, for a dually that's already got a headache rack on it. We might put that on the front here and then cut off the tail and then build the back part and still leave the fifth wheel here. And then right behind the fifth wheel, I have a B&W hitch receiver for an old pickup I had, and I might put that right behind here so I can pull it and I can turn over the ball and still have my fifth wheel, or I can pull it and put it up and use my fifth wheel. But I'm gonna, or use my ball, but I'm gonna move this up a foot when I do, and that way it'll distribute the weight. I pull with a kingpin more than I do the ball, but I do have one trailer that don't have a way I can put a kingpin on it without majorly changing things. So I might just move this up and put a ball back here, and that way I can pull either trailer. But anyway, it's a great deal like this. But if I had a flatbed on it, I could put a welder, I could put air compressor, I could put toolboxes, I could put, you know, bales of hay back here, whatever I wanted, and utilize it a little better. But anyway, we're going to change oil today. Now, everybody changes oil a little bit differently. Here's our filter. And it's a very small filter for an 8.1 Vortec, I'll tell you that right now. Very small. I mean, I was expecting a lot bigger than this, but that's what it is. I got one of my old rollers here. I like to take the old filter, or the new filter here, and I like to measure up, see what, yeah, that'll work. And I've got all different sizes in here of filter wrenches, and you know, you never know what size you're going to need, but I always measured it up before I get into the vehicle with the new filter. The reason I do that is because I'm fat and lazy, and I don't like to get up and down very many times. So that's what I do. But anyway, let's get under the pickup and let's hit the drain plug. I normally always bring every socket I got up there, so I don't have to get up. So there they all are, and I think it wound up being a 1/2 inch. So, and I've got that right there. So I'll stick it on and see what kind of a mess I can make. All right, well, it wound up being 1 millimeter, so I had to get up anyway. But let's see what kind of a oil mess we can make. I'm trying to keep the splash down, because it's going to shoot out there a mile if I let it go, and I don't have that much room with my jug. I always make a mess, seem like, but right now it looks like I'm doing pretty good. Hitting the jug pretty good. I'm actually using my hand as a backboard. Wow. All right, we're going down though. We're winning. There I am. I won. I didn't get much oil on the floor even. Wow, that's a first. Yeah, I had to get up and get me some millimeter wrenches because I had all standards, and I should have known that. But me being old school, I reached for standards first for some reason. But there we go. There's all the oil. Now we'll go after the filter. Let's try to get it. Look like GM's the one that put this on, and look like they put me on the small filter, which I bought a heavier duty filter. So let's pull this back a little so we don't get oil everywhere. Yeah, there's a heavy duty and then there's a light duty filter, and they put me on a small filter, look like, which that's the one it calls for, so you can't beat them doing that. But I got the heavier one, and it's nice to see that Allison put a filter on here. That's good. When I go to change that oil, it'll see how oily we can get. This is where we usually wind up getting oily. Right here. Gotta get oily changing oil, don't you? It ain't the easiest thing in the world. There we go. There we go. Oh, good job. 2 points. Nice. Now we're going to let that all drain out and clean our hands and get our filter ready to put back on, and our drain plug put back on. All right, and something probably some people don't do is they pre-fill their filters. I don't know how many people do it. I do it. Some people may not. I like to prime them, you know, that way nothing has ever run out of oil for very long anyway. Seems like when you don't do it, it takes a little longer for the oil pressure to come up, and I just don't like that. So, and I used to overhaul a lot of pump engines and pickup engines growing up and stuff, and I know what all that's about, and I don't like to see the bearings run dry for very long at all, if at all. So I like to pre-fill them. We're using Rotella T 1540. That's what I use in all my vehicles. I don't know about my new Power Stroke. I don't know for sure what oil they put in that. I never have changed the oil in that. I've always had the dealer do it. And then my wife's car, it takes a 5-weight something, Motorcraft. Yeah, she's got a 08 Expedition. Yeah, she still drives an 08. Yeah, he's 12 years old. But I know in my pickup, I've always had the Ford dealership do it. Now, I have changed my fuel filters, but as far as the oil, I always have them do it. So I'm not sure what oil fits that. We never have to add. So, but I know in all my tractors, my 7.3 Power Stroke, my semi trucks to everything else is 1540 Rotella T, and I've always liked Rotella, so that's what we're doing. All right, y'all, here goes. I pre-filled the filter. I'm gonna spin this dude on. Start the threads here. Hard to see with my rag there, but I got her done. I think. Hope so. Got her done. Don't want to tighten it too tight, but I had the Chevrolet garage, the GM garage, take that off before, or exchange the engine, the Jasper engine, and when they put that on there, they sure had it loose. So I'm not going to tighten it too tight, but I'm going to put it on there so it don't come off. And as you can see, that filter is a lot longer than the original. So I like the heavier duty filter. And the drain plug there. Where's the drain plug at? It is almost done. For the most part it is. It just barely is dripping. So I'm gonna go ahead and stick that on there. I know I didn't show it, but I've got the filter tight, and I tightened my drain plug. I was having trouble with my ratchet there, so I didn't show it. Yeah, it crasped my ratchet there, so I didn't show it draining it, but I tightened it up, the drain plug. But anyway, I got it done, and now all we like is to put oil in it. I don't know if any of y'all have ever seen a funnel like this. I know it's not clean on the outside, but it is called a clean funnel. These were actually invented from a guy that's local here. I think he's from Clovis. And I don't know if he still makes them or if he's still alive or what, but they're called clean funnel. I believe that's what it's called. Yeah, and it's made out of, I think it's out of Clovis, Mexico here. So I'll try to show you the label of this thing, but I don't know if your local Napa or CarQuest or O'Reilly's can get these, but I don't know, my local CarQuest dealer can get them. So, and I've bought several over the years in different sizes and stuff, but it's got a cap on the end here, and it got a cap on that end, and it keeps your funnel clean. All you gotta do is just screw that off and screw that off, and your funnel's all clean inside. And then when you get done, just put the caps back on, and bam, it's clean. So anyway, there's a plug for him if he still makes them. So yeah, GM says 6.5 quarts. Wow, that's not enough for a big GM V8 like that. But anyway, that's what it calls for. We put 5.5 in it, or about 5.5 with the filter, I imagine. And we're fixing to check it. But anyway, you see my clean funnel. See how clean it is inside? What you're seeing is the dirt from the outside. But anyway, that's the caps with it off. And the inside stays dust free. I really like them. Use them on the farm all the time. All right, let's see here. Oil pressure. Yep. Good enough. Don't know how many miles, if you can see there or not, but 51,083 is how many miles this little truck's got on it. We've got about 4,000 miles on that oil. It might have been a little long, but we got busy and hauling hay and farming, and we just didn't get it changed. But it's all good. Jasper Motors are pretty good about, the Jasper company's pretty good about breaking them in before you even get them. They say that you can just put them in and act like they're all broke in, everything. I don't know if you've ever been around a Jasper motor, but so far I like this one real well. And this thing don't burn much oil, so it's all good. Let's go ahead and set this pin up, this hitch. Got to pull this pin. Now it's an automatic. All right, Jimmy. Good oil pressure, full of fuel. Idling good. Man, that looks good. One thing I love about this hitch is this right here. captured. All right, kingpin is locked in. Hook up the lights. Put in my special ground here. Take the weight off the jack, about an inch. Automatic trip up. All them lights are working. Side turns are working. Tail is working. Tails and flashers are working. Tail. Side clearance and turns on. And away we go. All ready for in the morning. Well, thank you for joining us, everybody. I hope you liked what you saw. Just life here on the farm out here in West Texas. And if you hadn't already, hit the subscribe button. Hit that little gray bell on the end. You'll be notified of my future upcoming videos. And please hit the like and comment below. We love to hear your feedback. And hey, we'll see you next time.